Welcome to Craft Time, where God is good all the time. Orchids are one of the most expensive flowers in our country. It is also the most widely used in almost all decorations. But what is so great about this flower? It has the most variety in this particular family of plants. What makes it so special? Why is it just a few petals, a few flowers on a stalk that is so valuable to people? We're going to find that out soon. We're going to learn how to make an orchid today. Joining us on Craft Time today is Mrs. Esther Johnson from Joe's Craft. Thank you for being on the show.
It's so nice to be here.
You're going to teach us how to make an orchid. Now, I noticed we're not using duplex paper to make this type of flower. Why is it that we're not using duplex paper?
We have so many materials to make different kinds of flowers. So today I'm just going to use ordinary stockings to make orchid flower.
Now, this stocking material that you have is readily available in these craft shops.
Yes.
And
you get in different lengths.
Okay.
And double colors, single colors,
okay.
And different types you will get. So today I have chosen this color to make orchid flower.
All right. Now, apart from the stocking material that you have there, I see you have something little different over here. What type of wire is this?
This wire is called floral wire, flower making wire. You get in different colors. So you can choose to make orchid, you can choose same color wire also.
Okay.
And silver is common. It gives a different shade to the flower.
All right.
So you can use silver as well as the other colors also.
Great. So what do we need to do to get the flower ready?
Yes, we will just start now. We are using again the duplex paper to make leaf.
Okay.
And to make the petals. It's very simple. Orchid flower is very simple.
As complex as it is the most simplest to make. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it is very easy to make.
Okay, so how do we go about doing this?
Yes, you just take a wire. And we know orchid is not same shape. It has different types of petals.
Right.
So you don't have to take any measurement. If you need a small flower, you make a small size of petals. If you want big flowers, you can make big petals.
Okay.
So we will be concentrating on 2-3 types of petals in a flower.
Okay.
That is, one is the center part of the flower.
All right.
That is the cup shape.
Okay.
So we will take the wire and we will use wire cutter to cut. And then you can, you take 2 pieces of wire to make the center. And then you need the empty refill.
Okay, this is just an ordinary
pen's refill.
Okay.
To give shape of this cup.
Right.
And then you take this wire and
just
wind around this refill.
Just twirl it around the refill.
Yes.
Like okay.
Maybe 4 or 5 times. So you get this shape.
Okay.
Remove the refill and you get this shape. So you can just give a half cup shape.
Okay.
And then in the end you can just twist them so that they will hold together.
Right.
So you can make one more petal, same type like this. So you get 2 pieces.
Okay.
And then you take these stockings and you put them around. Normally you use again the vertical way to tie the petals. Don't use the horizontal way. So you just put around it and pull them. Pull nicely and then twist little bit 1 or 2 times, and then you
Just
tie
tie it.
around. Yes.
And that's it. That's all that it takes.
Yes, and then you can just remove it once the knot is tied up properly. Then you can cut it. You can remove the stockings out from the petal. The petal is ready. Then you can just give the shape with your hand.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
just bending, this flower
Yes.
wire around a refill to
Yes.
get the shape.
So we have 2 petals now,
Okay.
and then we are going to make one more type of petal. That is, just you bend, take a piece of wire and you just bend it, so you will get this shape,
Okay.
and then you twist at the bottom,
Right.
and then you can just give little shape. Okay, and then you bend them little bit to get the uneven shape. So like this you can make 2 and tie again the stockings.
The stocking the same way.
Yes, already I have made and kept.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 2 of this and 2 of this.
All right.
Yes, then we have one more type of petal. That is little fish type. So one side you just bend it
Will be narrow.
narrow,
Okay.
and the other side you can just like give a boat shape, and you just twist it, and then you can just make it point shape. So you
Okay.
get, this
And
is the
again,
third shape.
you would
Again you
use
tie the
stocking.
stockings. You will get like this.
Right.
Yes. So you can make 3 of this.
Okay.
So to make one flower, you need totally 8 petals, 2 of this, 2 of this, and 3 of this.
All right.
So you can add more also, or you can have it with few petals also.
All right.
Now we will just tie them together. Before tying, to get the center of the flower, what I have done is I have taken one piece of wire, and just bend it.
Like a small loop.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you take this
Stocking,
stockings.
and you'll put it on that.
Yes.
All right.
This time,
While you're doing that, we'll just take a small break and we'll be back. Folks, don't go away. We'll be back where we will complete making this orchid flower, and then we'll go on to see how we can make a beautiful arrangement. Don't go away. Welcome back to Craft Time. Did you know that there are over 50 varieties of orchids that are used for medicinal purposes? We're learning how to make an orchid today with Mrs. Johnson from Joe's Craft. You showed us how to make 8 different types of petals. Now what do we do to get this orchid done?
yes, now the center is ready. So we are just using this center, the cup
The cup shape.
shaped petals. 2 we need. So you can just keep on both the side of the small petals that we made,
Okay.
and you can just tie them. So always when you tie, use the thread just above your fingers,
Okay.
and then bring it down. So whenever you use stockings, this method is very important to use. Otherwise the down portion will be bulging.
Okay.
So you need to tie up and down so that it will look very neat.
Right.
And then once this is ready, you can use the biggest petal that we made,
Okay.
uneven shape.
The uneven shape
So
ones.
you can just keep on both the side of this round petals that we used. So it comes this way.
And again use the thread to
Yes.
secure it in place.
No need to cut it. You just leave the thread, and you can use the same thread. And now you can take the third type of the petals that we made. You can keep one at the behind part of these two petals, and then two in front here, one this side and one the other side.
Is there a particular reason that we put them just beside each other almost?
Some of the orchid looks this way.
Okay.
So I'm just following that
So basically,
pattern.
the design that you're using right now is a very general design.
General.
Depending on the type of orchid that we want to make,
you can make
we
it.
can change the shape.
Because we have different shapes of orchid and different sizes, different colors. So you can have any shape. It's not that you have to use only this type. Any shape, you can just take the picture of the real one and then make the petals, and then once the tying is over, then you give a shape. So whenever you give shape, start opening from the outer side.
Okay.
Then you can. So this petal we are just leaving, only these two I have just given the shape with the hand, and now we have two more. So you bring between these two, and then here also. So you can just bend little bit, so you are getting the
shape of the flower.
Yes.
Now that looks really pretty. I mean, just some stocking and some wire put together.
Yes.
And it looks really pretty.
Yes. Now you have to make the stem ready.
Okay.
So you know, as it is, we have been using in the previous show to make the stem little more thicker.
Cotton.
So you can use the cotton.
All right.
So you can take the cotton. Thin layer is enough for this flower. So you can just take, and if it is thick, you can just pull them and roll around it. Why we use cotton is this green tape that we are going to use on top, easily it will stick on this cotton.
Onto cotton.
So that's why we use the cotton. And then you can both roll them together also. Now I am using the tape. It doesn't have any sepal as particular, so I am not using any sepal for this flower.
Again, you're stretching it as well as twirling it around.
Yes, and pressing it with this thumb and index finger. So the flower is ready. Now we will use the leaf. We will cut leaves, and again leaves are also not in a particular shape.
Right, they vary from different variety to variety.
So here I'm just taking, this is the full width of the duplex paper.
All right.
So you can just cut one full width with just around 2 centimeter width and full length.
Okay.
So you get like this paper.
Right.
And then you just fold it into half and you give a cut like this. Okay, so you get like this. And then fold them into half. And you open it, you will get little texture of the leaf.
Okay.
Yes. Then you can just keep them.
Do you need to use the flower wire, or you can use even the standard GI wire to make?
Standard GI wire you can use for only for the stem, but for the petals you need to use the flower making wire.
Because it's easier to bend.
Not only for that, see, you get this shining effect on the edges of the flower. If you use this GI wire, this shiningness you will not get.
So it will be a rather dull
look.
Okay.
Yes. So you can use silver wire or same color.
What about gold? I've seen gold also being used.
Yes, gold also you can use. Mostly for orchid, if you use silver or the same color wire. Now it is magenta color. You can get magenta color wire. It will give a grand look. Nothing
Alright.
wrong in using any other color.
Well, just hold on to that. We'll take a short break and be back. Don't go away. When we come back, we're going to learn more about this orchid. Welcome back to Craft Time. You know, Jesus sees us through the eyes of the Father. What enabled him to do what he did? You know, he sees our blemishes, he sees our faults, he sees our weaknesses. But what made him do what he had to do? I guess the answer is he sees the value in us. And that's the most important thing, how much we value what we see. You know, the orchid is one of the most widely used ornamental plants in the world. It has the most expensive value to some people. Some of them say it's priceless to them. Some of them have sentimental value for them. But what do you have? We've just used simple stocking material and a few pieces of paper to make an orchid that looks almost as real and as good as the original one. Tell us, Miss, what else do we need to do to complete this orchid?
Okay, the flower is ready.
Yes.
And the leaf is also ready. And you can just make a simple arrangements with a few more flowers. Already I have done it. And you know the leaves are always at the bottom of the flower stalk. So you can just cut in the leaf. Nothing is very complicated here, very simple. Just cut few more leaves and arrange it, and it will look very nice. You have said this flower is very expensive, but you know, to make this flower out of this material, it is very
cheap.
So those of you who cannot afford to decorate at home or for the wedding, you can make these artificial ones.
Speaking of weddings now, usually these flowers are, you know, used where they put on the coat and things like that. So you can make these not just for an arrangement.
Yes, not only for the coat brooches also, even for the bouquets.
Okay.
For the bridal bouquets, even for the backgrounds, and for the arches. Everywhere you can use it. And I want to just mention in this orchid flower how we have different types of petals. Though they are not similar and they are uneven shape, but when they all came together, it gives
created
beauty.
something beautiful. Right.
Yes, and I remember that, you know, God has created varieties of flowers, not only orchid, even many other flowers. And in all these flowers, I see God's beauty.
Amen. That's so wonderful to know. You know, that's so nice to know that someone appreciates, you know, every flower, every intricate detail of a flower. And who knows better than, you know, than God himself who created it. He knows exactly how many petals are there in that flower. What all goes into making that flower. I'm sure, you know, he would have a blueprint somewhere that he would pull out and, you know, check to see whatever it is. But, you know, that's an amazing God that we have. He took time to make, you know, each one of these flowers, and I think that's really amazing.
And even when we made, didn't you feel happy?
Yes, I definitely enjoyed watching you do that. I wish I could learn to do it as graceful as you are.
Each time when I make different types of flowers, I feel very happy. And whenever you are stressed out, you are depressed, you can make something with your hand, and it just relieves you. And it makes you happy.
True, it does make us happy when we make things with our hands. Just coming back to this flower, you said, you know, it's just simple wire, we put it together, different shapes, you know, God brought it together to bring out something beautiful. You know, we talk about it being the most expensive flower.
Yes.
It has the most number of varieties in it, various different colors. Some of it which are, you know, readily available in our part of the world. Some of it which is not. How do they grow? I mean, do they grow in, you know, in a tropical climate? Do they grow in a cold climate? Where do you find these flowers?
Usually it's grown in cold climate, hilly areas, and not only the tropical ways, and even on the charcoal and on the bricks,
Okay.
on the wooden planks.
So it grows in a place that is slightly damp,
Damped, yes.
slightly chilled.
Yes.
All right. Still amazingly put together, 5 different shapes, 3 different shapes, all twisted in different areas,
Yes.
brought together. God works in amazing ways.
And it has lot of medicinal value.
All right.
Yes, and I have just read that people are using different types of orchid in healing cancer. Some of the cancers are cured. They are using for the treatment, and even this orchids helps in eye improvement, it seems.
All right.
Then I have heard that they say orchids are used to regain your strength after any sickness. After the healing process is done, these orchids helps us to regain the strength.
So, what God has put together, what God has created together, something that is so natural,
Yes.
that is easily available to us,
Yes.
gives us a lot of medicinal value, gives us a lot of value sentimentally,
Yes.
is pleasing to our eyes.
Yes.
I mean, there's a whole lot of things we can go on about
And
it.
it builds your immune system also, it seems.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking your time out to show us how simple material can make something really beautiful. Thank you for joining us on Craft Time. Folks, this is just to show you that you can use something that's really simple, even though the shape may not fit perfectly. Once you assemble it together, it becomes something really beautiful. Maybe you don't have the values that other people have. Maybe people look at you differently. But remember, God loves you and He values who you are. God bless you. Join us next time on Craft Time.